Here at Megger Valley Forge, we take employee engagement very seriously. After the engagement survey this year, we put together a committee to get suggestions from every department on how we can make things better overall. While there are many things that we are doing well, the two biggest areas for improvement that the engagement survey showed were workload and freedom of expression. The committee gathered ideas and feedback from the staff and came up with the following proposals to improve the things that affect how engaged we feel in our day-to-day jobs. First up is workload. Computer access. Assembly technicians need to have access to the latest revisions of drawings, as well as ECNs pertaining to the products they're building. Having email accounts would also make communicating important dates and announcements much easier. ECR form. Right now, the process for getting an ECN, for correcting mistakes or making updates to assembly drawings or BOMs isn't very clear. Eventually, the techs would like to have a database or web function where they could submit a request for a change directly to engineering. In the meantime, we would like a form to fill out that can be given to engineering and tracked to start the ECN process. Engineering support request. The engineering department has the highest number of survey results saying that they were overworked. In addition to numerous projects, engineers are needed to assist with production-related issues. Right now, there isn't a system for getting assistance. This means that assembly technicians have to stop what they are doing, go find an engineer, and then the engineer has to stop what they are doing to provide assistance. It would save time for both production and engineering if there were a system or form that could be submitted and filtered through a manufacturing manager, and then assigned to the appropriate engineer. This way, the technician doesn't have to spend time locating the engineer, and the engineer has fewer interruptions, letting them focus on projects.
Tools. The engagement survey revealed that technicians often do not have the tools they need to perform their job. One of the reasons for this is that there are still some tools being used that are owned by the technicians. These tools are not readily available to everyone if they are personally owned. This is a problem for quality and consistency of work. It can also create delays by making tools unavailable while in a locked toolbox. It can also create feelings of resentment on the assembly floor between coworkers. Techs feel they cannot rely on their team leaders to provide them tools. If tools are needed, they have to be individually ordered, which can take a long time, and requests can get lost in the day-to-day noise.
Tool crib.
Having one centralized location for spare hand tools and specialty tools such as torque wrenches, punches, and power tools would save time and increase efficiency. This would save time in processing orders and help ensure quality and consistency of assemblies. Additionally, there is no standardization as to what brand or style of tool to use. There are often large differences in quality of tools between techs. This can create feelings of being unequal or undeserving. A tool crib of shared tools would alleviate this issue.
Troubleshooting guides. Another suggestion to help both engineers and technicians is to write troubleshooting guides for products. This would help a problem to be diagnosed and solved without engineering support. Troubleshooting guides would also help establish core competencies so that we know exactly what to expect of each technician as far as technical skills go. Now let's talk about freedom of expression.
I want my identity hidden so I don't get in trouble from my supervisor, just like the reason I didn't do a survey. They know who you are. I'm not doing it. Hello, Donna Weigel here. Yeah, I'll have to call you back later. Talking about? Oh yeah, I don't want them to know who I am. I ain't doing it.
Some employees feel that their voice isn't being heard and that their opinions are not being considered. Our suggestion to address this is to have a public board where employees can attach a form with their complaint or comment. The management team can then write a response directly on that form, and whoever wrote the initial complaint can see that their comments have been acknowledged.
While the annual review gives a good sense of employee performance, only getting feedback once a year can make goals seem unclear. Some departments already have an informal 6-month review process, which helps track employee development and also gives managers a chance to share long-term goals more frequently.
Every department in Megger has its own challenges. What makes it harder is that some departments are very closed off. We suggest making departments more transparent to everyone in Megger so that everyone can offer suggestions to work more efficiently.
In order to promote communication and cooperation inside a division, time can be set aside on a monthly basis to have a team meeting. This would be an informal setting where employees in a department can meet and discuss issues, with a facilitator to keep the conversation in a productive direction. These meetings could also include the department manager or supervisor, if the department wants.
These are the suggestions the committee has come up with so far, and some of them are already being implemented. The team is ready to help the management and staff continue to improve engagement so that we can all keep the power on together.